Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation. If you have followed me at all on my YouTube channel or read my books or attended some of my counseling sessions or workshops, you know my theme is always anything that I can do to help women and men and families have a more joyful, God-honoring life. I'm all about it. And today's topic is so hugely important. So I have already prayed that I can express it in a way that will be meaningful for you because it's so huge. And it's about who we are. And I'm going to use my book, Loving Every Minute, and I'm referring to the chapter that is about controlling your image. And there's only so much that we can control about our image. This is my book, Loving Every Minute. How to live, love, and laugh as a woman, as a wife, as a mom. And what is so exciting is that God has a beautiful plan in place for us that we just need to follow, and our life can flow so smoothly. In my personal counseling, I always change names here, but I counseled a woman. I'll call her Kristen. She was a flight attendant. She was extremely attractive and very personable and a very sweet woman. And the reason she came to see me was because she said she had such a terrible image of herself. She always felt that she was inadequate in every way. And this probably happened because at some point in our lives, unless we are extremely fortunate, and I've never met anyone this fortunate, where we never experience any kind of rejection whatsoever, in some way or other, either through our family or sibling remarks, or a teacher saying something at a sensitive moment in our lives, and we begin to believe that other people are smarter, prettier, more capable. And it's shocking how many very beautiful, gifted women suffer from this problem, and also how many lovely women who have God's beauty within them, if not a physical beauty, who also can have an awesome self-image, but they give up this opportunity because of wrong thinking. So that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about here. And sometimes rejection comes because we're in a learning period of time. Maybe at some point in our earlier lives we did have bad manners or bad grooming, or we needed to learn more kind ways to interact with others. However, whatever those are, we can move beyond that. I have been looking at the Apostle Paul with my granddaughter, who's 15. We're doing a Bible study on the book of Acts, and he is constantly being rejected. And my granddaughter has said to me, how does he do it? They put him down, they try to kill him, and then he moves to the next town and he's full of self-confidence and ready to express his message. And that is because he knows who he is, and he knows that within him he has this inner core, and that he also has a message of truth that he wants to communicate. And God gives us a boldness when we are willing to step out and use the gifts that he has placed within us. And when I worked with this woman, who I called Kristen, it was very obvious that she didn't know the giftedness that had been placed in her by God. And we truly are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139 is a marvelous psalm, but I do like the one that is before it very much, and I have it for you, and it's Psalm 138. And it's David saying, I will praise you with my whole heart for your loving kindness and your truth. In the days I cried out, you answered me and made me bold with strength in my soul. I love that phrase, strength in my soul. And though I walk in the midst of trouble, you will revive me. And this is one of my favorite verses in all of Scripture, Psalm 138:8. The Lord will perfect that which concerns me. The Lord will perfect our lives as long as we keep our focus on Him. We do not need to be envying others for their ministry, their physical attractiveness, their family situation. God knows our needs. He will perfect what we need ourselves. Because you know what? We can be poised and we can do everything absolutely right, have a perfect body and gorgeous clothes, and still feel inferior until we get correctly this concept of the beauty of holiness that Christ has placed within us. And we truly do then give forth the sweet fragrance of Christ. God says over and over in His Word that you are precious. And maybe you've never heard those words spoken in a meaningful way by your spouse, by a parent, a teacher, a boss, but you can hear God say that to you every single day. Whenever you set aside to listen to Him, His Word is full of references to how beloved you are, how incredible you are as a person of worth in His sight, because He created you as you are. And the choice is yours. What will you believe about yourself? Will you treasure yourself as God does because you are His? Are you able to thank Him for making you the way you are and allowing you to have the life circumstances you've had, some of which may have been wonderful and others perhaps were very challenging, very painful, and yet God used every one of them as you allowed Him into each situation to perfect you and make you into the beautiful person that you are today. So don't let those negative thoughts enter your mind and rob you of what is your birthright, your inheritance. And I always tell children that the important message is not that they can do anything that they want, not that they can become a great figure skater or be on a professional basketball team, whatever their goals are, that they need to set them realistically, as we do too as adults, realistically, with God's plan for you in mind, looking to see how He has equipped you, what giftedness has He placed within you. And that is how we understand what our goals should be for life and how we can fulfill most joyfully the expectations placed within us truly by God, and that become the delight of our heart as we work with Him in a wonderful, wonderful, amazing way as this flow continues. So trust in God, trust in His plan, communicate that to your children, that it is not all about physical, but it is about the process within us of growing in holiness and going with the flow of what God's plan is for our life. And keeping His opinion uppermost always, every single day of your life, so that you have the joy that He wants for every one of us to live in constantly, to have the proper perspective, and to know that faith is important, and faith is trusting in God in every situation, that you are already equipped by Him to cope in every single circumstance in a way that is honoring to Him as well as fulfilling to you. And that's how you live a fulfilling life, and that's how you control your self-image in a way that incorporates God's image for you with your self-image. So please do check out my book, Loving Every Minute as a Woman, Wife, and Mother. And please like my YouTube channel and subscribe, because I have all kinds of presentations waiting for you on how to have a happy, healthy, strong, God-honoring life and God-honoring family in every single way. May you have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening.